Welcome to P3, I'm Randall Mark. This is the show that explores the fascinating people, places, and perspectives that make up our world. On today's show, he's one of the most important figures in the 20th century, the founder of the theory of relativity. He once said imagination is more important than knowledge. The life and work of Albert Einstein. This is P3. P3 recently had the opportunity to visit Israel, courtesy of Canadian friends of the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. One of the people we met there was Professor Hanoch Gutfried, the former president of the institution. An expert on the life and work of Albert Einstein, he took us on a tour of the legendary scientist's work in the Bloomfield Science Museum. Einstein helped establish the university in the 1920s. The Hebrew University of Jerusalem now holds all of his archives, licenses his image and name around the world. Here's the first part of a look inside the work, life, and politics of Albert Einstein. Professor, we are in an incredible exhibition about Albert Einstein. You are one of the experts on Albert Einstein. This is an incredible display. Most people understand Einstein to be a great scientist, a developer of the theory of relativity, but they don't know the man, the person. Take me into the person of who this incredible man was.
With pleasure, and actually this exhibition shows not only his science, but also shows Einstein the man, the political activist, the family man, the person who has hobbies, the person who, unlike any other individual in the 20th century, more than any other individual in the 20th century, expressed his views on every major issue that was on the agenda of mankind. And this exhibition is a balanced picture of Einstein, the scientist, the man, the humanist, the Jew, the family man, and all that together.
Wow, I mean, it's quite a complex individual.
Indeed, he is.
Take me into one of the major issues that I'm fascinated with is the issue of World War II, Hitler, and the issue of the bomb. Take me into that narrative, that story.
Well, we happen to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, this corner here in the exhibition actually shows the greatest drama of the 20th century.
Okay.
Because this is the story of the emergence of the nuclear age. In 1938, scientists, physicists were confident that recent developments and discoveries in physics can lead mankind to the production of weapons of unprecedented destructive power. There were signs that Germans were aware of that, and that they were already on that track. And it is then that Einstein delivered this famous letter to President Roosevelt, alerting him to that, and urging the United States to engage in an intensive research on nuclear power and nuclear energy. It is not this letter which caused the Manhattan Project, which was the first organized attempt to build an atom bomb. That happened a little later. And when that happened, Einstein was not even invited to join the Manhattan Group. In fact, the scientists involved in that were not allowed to discuss the issues with Einstein, because Einstein was a political activist, was considered to be a leftist, unreliable individual, and only later. And actually, can we come back for 1 minute?
Show me some of this.
Let me show you something, because as I mentioned, between these two showcases, we are part of the drama. And here are the letters, the exchange of letters between Einstein and Roosevelt.
Wow.
And here is a letter written by a journalist of a Japanese newspaper in 1952, challenging Einstein to face his apparent guilt in producing this tragedy.
Wow.
And
Was that a deep struggle for him?
It was a very deep struggle for him.
Because he was a pacifist, wasn't he, at heart?
He was a pacifist, and it is true that he was the father of this famous equation E equals mc squared, which is the theoretical basis for the atom bomb, but as a matter of fact also for understanding the source of energy coming to us from the sun. Between that equation and the atom bomb, there is still a long route of technological struggles and developments, and Einstein had nothing to do with that. Yet his name was connected with the atom bomb, and that fact haunted him till the rest of his life.
Stick around. From affairs to failed marriages, we explore Einstein's personal life coming up next.